How's it going, everyone? John here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at PLAYERUNKNOWNS BATTLEGROUNDS, and this is on the Xbox One. I'm playing on the original Xbox One, not Xbox One S, not Xbox One X. So I'm playing on the OG Xbox One. And I wanted to sit here and talk with you guys and show you everything about the game so far, including the controls. That is one of the biggest things I've been seeing in a lot of those tip videos that have recently come out, where people in the comments are not necessarily looking for the ways of handling yourself on the map or in the game to try to get your chicken dinner, but more so about how do you load your weapon, how do you switch your weapon, how do you use a health pack, how do you do this, how do you do that. And those were my questions too. So when I was streaming this for the first time over on Mixer, I had people who were playing and were helping me out. So I'm going to help you guys out. That way you can also be able to play this game and use those other tip videos that you were watching and be able to put everything together. So I'm also going to be linking a link to a website that's going to give you the actual gamepad guide for the controls and everything, so you can always turn back to that if you ever have any questions, or you can always come back to this video. Now before we get into that, I just want to do a quick walkthrough of here. And basically what you have is the option of either doing solos, where it's you against 100 other people. You have duos, where you can have you and one other friend, or you can have squads, which is up to 4. So if you do duos, if I slide over here, you're going to see now over on the right hand corner, there's going to be 1/2. So there's 1 out of the 2 in the party. You hit X, it's going to bring up your ability of choosing a friend to send an invite to have them join. It does the same thing for when you do squads. The other thing also is battle points. That's what I call them, at least. I don't know if that's the official name, but the BP over on the right-hand corner where it says 528, that is whenever you're playing a match. I'm not sure if it's when you get kills. I'm not sure how you obtain these points, if it's from completing something. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe somebody in the comments can answer that for me. But basically, you're going to be using that under rewards, and that allows you to get different types of crates. So the first crate, I believe, was like 700, and then after that it goes to 14. So if I try to get a new crate, it's showing that it's 28, and there's no microtransactions to my knowledge on here, and all it is just cosmetic stuff. So if I go over to my customization, so you can see here I'm wearing this striped shirt. That was a cosmetic thing that I got out of the crate. I'm actually going to turn off this belt, so I don't want that because it actually makes jingle noises, and it drives me nuts. And then also I got the hat from one. So there's just different things you'll get on here that you can put into there. And then you can also mess with your appearance. So if you're male, female, you mess with the face structure, you mess with the hair, you know, all that stuff. So customization's very limited, but it's okay. So I'm actually going to jump into a match. We're actually just going to do a solo. And I'm just going to show you the controls based on what I can. Hopefully, I don't run into somebody, because then that would be extremely bad, because I probably won't be able to kill them. I'll most likely die. I'm not the best at this game, but like I said, I wanted to at least show you the controls and kind of help you out a little bit. Now, if you want the full gameplay guide or gamepad guide, be sure to just go to that link inside of the video description. So this is where you're going to be. It's kind of like the wait lobby. Obviously, you can see I keep getting stuck by people. Nothing all renders here. But what I like about this is you get to kind of test out some weapons. So there's 2 ways of looting. You can loot this way by hitting X on everything you see, or you can hit the start button, and it's going to show you everything over on the pickup vicinity over on the left-hand side. So then you can just click on it, grab what you want, and then you're all set. Now, to load, you're going to actually hit the X button. You're going to hold it down, and it's going to load. To change the fire, if it wants to be single or burst, you're going to hit the left D-pad, and it will change from burst to auto, and it's going to tell you on the screen. Now, I'm actually going to wait until this starts so I can just grab a weapon. Hopefully, I can get on the outskirts somewhere where no one's going to be, so that way I don't have to worry about running into somebody. Now, this is where you're going to see a lot of the actual lag. And this is where all 100 of us, or in this case 99, and we're going over different parts of the map here. And on the map, you have a map help. So right analog stick moves the cursor. If you want to move the cursor a little bit faster, or not faster, but if you're zoomed in, you want to be able to move the map, you'll hold down RB, and you can move with the right analog stick when you hold down RB. The zoom in is going to be up analog, or sorry, up D-pad, and then down D-pad to zoom out. And then you have the cursor if you want to mark a spot. So if I wanted to go over here, I'll hit inside of the right analog stick and it will do that for me. Now to get your map up, it's going to be the options button, and then to eject is B. So now you're going to just kind of hang here and see where you want to go. See if I have anybody around me. Okay, so that's the plane. Okay, we got one person dropping around me. Okay, now if you want to release your parachute early, you can. Best thing that I've noticed is kind of wait until it just kind of ejects on its own. And I don't know if anyone's going to be over here. I'm really hoping I don't run into somebody. Really hoping I don't run into someone. Anyone else around me? Okay, we got, I'll see it. See how it ejected on its own? When you get to a certain height, it's going to do that. But you want to kind of push the analog stick straight down, or in this case forward, so away from you. So that way you're doing this type of motion so you can get to the ground faster. And I'm hoping that there's no one here, because that would be seriously bad. Oh, and there's a guy over there to my right. Oh, no. So, okay, we're going to run really far away here, because we're going to get away from him. Hopefully there's no one over by these houses. So to sprint, you're going to push in the left analog stick. And if you want to look behind you while still sprinting, hit the RB, and then you can kind of turn this around like this. So it's like a free roam. To open up a door, it's going to be X. You're just going to tap it. And I'm going to close this up real quick so no one sees me in here. To crouch, it's going to be B. And like I was showing earlier, you can loot stuff by just hitting the start button, and it will show you everything over on the left-hand side. So we'll just go ahead and we'll grab everything here. But let's say you didn't want to do that. You just wanted to quickly grab it. You can do that too. So now I have a pistol, but it has no ammo automatically loaded in. So you have to hold down the X button to do that. And if I had something else to cycle with, let's see if I can spot anybody real quick. Okay, it doesn't seem like I can. I don't see anybody. I'm also playing with no headphones on right now, so I don't hear any sound. So we're going to go through this house here and see if I can find something else. Always close the door behind you, because that way people don't know that you're in there. And that is very, very helpful. It might be a little tedious. Oh, sweet. Here we go. So let's grab all these. I like looting this way because it's a lot faster. And now, how do I get that weapon? That's probably your next question, right? So to do that, you're going to hit Y. It's going to switch it. And you got to do the same thing again where you hold down on the X button to do that. Now, I don't want this to be single fire. So to change the fire, if it gives the option, you're going to hit the left on the D-pad, and now it's set to auto. So here's where aiming comes into play. There is no aim assist in this game. So what you need to do is two things. One, if you hold down the left trigger, it does this. If you want to actually have an accurate first-person view, you have to just push it once on the left trigger, and it does this. Now, this will be more comfortable for most people, but you don't want to stay in this. So another thing too, if you want to have cover, if you tap in the right analog stick, you turn. It's kind of like Rainbow Six Siege. And then the same thing with the left side. And then to get out of it, you just tap it one more time. And then to get out of this mode, you have to push the left trigger one more time. So that is for aiming down sight. There is a first-person mode. So if you hit the RB, it puts you in first-person mode the whole time. And even if you hold down on the left trigger, it kind of like pushes in a little bit. For like if you hold it down, it pushes in the cursor, but your accuracy is still not that good, and you don't want to stay in first person. But it could also be a preference, so I'm not going to say that you don't stay in first person. So I'm going to actually get out of that and then get out of this. Now the other things, it said to restricting circle. So I'm inside the circle. I'm all the way over here, but I'm like right at the edge. This red over here, that is where they drop the bombs, and you want to stay far away from there. But if you're in there, just get into cover and you'll be okay. So we've gone over that. Now let's see, do we have anything for the top? Okay, so up D-pad is going to be your melee weapon. So if you had like a crowbar or something, that'd be something that you would be able to get to. If you had a med pack, which I have some meds right here, you're going to tap on the down D-pad, but to use it, you have to push down on it one more time, like hold it down. And to cycle through, so if you had multiples, you just keep pressing down on the D-pad to cycle through your different types of meds. Same thing with your equipment for your melee weapons. You would keep pressing the up button, but I think you only can have one melee weapon, if I remember correctly. And then for like if you were to switch to your pistol and to your weapons like this, it's still going to be Y. For you to jump, it's A. Crouching is B. And then for you to interact with stuff, it's X. And then Y again is to equip or to switch your weapons. Now, if you want to unequip, you just hold Y. So if I want to unequip this guy, I just hold it, and then I unequipped it. Now, what this does is this allows you to sprint faster because you don't have anything. Did I just hang on a second? I thought I saw a helmet. Okay, so that way you can just quickly draw it near. But yeah, if you want to just quickly sprint somewhere really fast, I thought I saw a helmet. Give me that. Sorry, sidetracked. But yeah, I mean those are the basic controls, honestly. So that really should get you guys going. And just to quickly recap, what I'm doing right now is I am using left analog stick, pushing it down to sprint. And did someone just try to fire at me? Thought I heard something whiz by. For you to be able to crouch, it's going to be B. For you to prone, hold down B, and you can still move around like this. Do a little dance in the dirt. And then for you to get out of that, you got to tap it twice, or not twice, but like if you're down like this, once you get up, then you got to tap it one more time. Then for you to equip the melee weapon, it's going to be your up D-pad. For you to equip or change your throwables, like your grenades, that is going to be your right D-pad. And then for the fire modes on your weapon, if you want to be like burst or single fire or auto, then you're going to want to hit the left D-pad. And then for all of your meds and consumables and stuff like that, like your energy drinks and bandages and stuff like that, then you're going to be able to cycle through by just double tapping or keep tapping the down D-pad, and to use it, you have to hold it down. And then, of course, for you to look around, it's going to be for the right analog stick. If you want to change stuff in your inventory, let me show you how to do that real quick. Let me just crouch here. You're going to hit start, and this brings up your inventory. So when you're looting somebody as well, your inventory system is going to be like this. So the pickup vicinity is everything that is in the area that has not been already picked up into your inventory. And you do need to get a backpack. Otherwise, you'll be very limited on what you can actually pick up and what you can carry. So don't pick up everything at once. You really need to find just one weapon, some ammo, a helmet, and a backpack. Those will get you started at least. And then once you are starting to loot somebody, you can go through, and it shows at the bottom here. So X is to pick up, A is to equip it. If you hold down X, it's going to pick up the amount. And then if you hold down A, it's going to swap it. I don't have anything to show you in terms of being able to put stuff over onto your actual weapons, but in your inventory is going to show you everything in here. So let's say you actually had, actually I might be able to use the extended mag on my, yeah, I can use it on my pistol. So if you guys look on my pistol, it's got one of the squares is actually lit up. So I'm going to go and just hit A, and now it's got like a dotted box around it, and then hit A one more time, and now it's equipped. So I was able to take something from my inventory and put it over onto one of my weapons. Some things will work on certain weapons, some things won't. It will specify if it's for like an assault rifle, an SMG, so on and so forth, so that way you'll know. And if you ever need to like mess with your gear, you have the options of doing that here, and then you can also swap things as well on here. So it shows you how you can detach parts or grenades, how you can detach everything, how you can drop certain parts. So just so you know that. and it's all explained right here on the screen for you. But it's very simple. It just takes a little bit more time compared to the PC version, which I wish it was so much faster, but eventually you will get the hang of it. And I think I'm covering everything. I just want to make sure I'm covering everything. So the free, so switch cameras. Let me see here. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Okay. So it is easier to, when you're in first person, to at least look around compared to, doing that. But third person is very important, especially when you are, trying to see if anyone's coming around that corner. Because if I'm like this, I ain't going to see anything. But if I'm like this, I can see if he's looking behind the tree and everything like that. And I could stay kind of like crouched and stuff. So it's very useful to be able to use both in certain situations. Now, driving mechanics is very, very simple. You're basically going to be using the LT for brake, RT for gas, and you do need to get a gas can. If you're going to use a vehicle, you do need a gas can because you will run out of gas. Also, don't think that a vehicle is indestructible. They can get blown up, and also they are very loud. So if the vehicle is taking damage and you're still driving and you're moving like a snail, then I would advise you to get to somewhere local and ditch the vehicle, because eventually it's going to blow up on you and you're not going to like it. Now, again, I'm still learning the game. I just wanted to kind of go over this a little bit with you. Once I find out more about the game, or if you guys have any questions, just let me know. If you guys ever want to play duos or anything like that, or squads, if you ever see me streaming it, let me know, and I might just be able to, form up some people. But hopefully this was helpful. I know this video was pretty long. I could have gone through it very quickly, but again, I like to make things very in-depth for you guys so you know what's going on. But like I said, if you want to just see that screenshot for yourself, the link's going to be in the video description, and that way you can just go ahead and pull that up anytime you need to. But like I said, I appreciate you watching the video. Be sure to check out the channel for other content. I may bring some more PUBG onto the channel. It's a game that I am enjoying, but I want to spend more time with it before I actually start like making a big series out of it if I plan to. But let me know if you have any questions or if I misinformed anything in the comments. I'm still learning, so we can learn all together. But thanks so much for watching. Take care and have a great day, and enjoy PUBG. Enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.